Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Rusty McCranie, and welcome to Weather Express. It's your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, our historic winter storm continues to pummel the Northeast with some heavy snowfall. We've had crippling ice in portions of the South, and now bitterly cold Arctic air. Temperatures and wind chills are funneling in, and it is going to be frightfully cold for a good part of the eastern two-thirds of the United States to kick off this week. Let's get started with what's happening right now in the Northeast. The last gasp of heavy snow beginning to exit places like New York, including New York City, Albany on over towards Boston, Massachusetts. What's been left behind in some areas has been more than a foot of snow, and in some areas even approaching 2 feet of snow. All of these blue icons that you see are local storm reports for the snow. I mean, look how many of them, hundreds and hundreds of them for the new Albany area, Saratoga, 15 to 16 inches of snow. For the Catskills, we've had about 17 to 18 inches of snow. And then in the Boston area here, I know if I show you guys the exact right time frame, Wakefield had over 20 inches of snow. If you guys live in the Northeast and you've been hit, hammered by some of this snow, let me know in the comments section below exactly how much that you've seen. Now again, the snow is pulling away. Temperatures are falling back into the teens and the single digits. You factor in the winds, which are biting right now, and feels like temperatures, even on this late Monday afternoon, are into the single digits below zero. The front itself has pushed into South Florida. Look at Miami at 82, Jacksonville 55, Tallahassee in at 48. And we've actually even continued to have some ice problems here in the Mid-South today. Now, Oxford, Mississippi had about 2 inches of ice over the weekend. You want to talk about just devastating accumulations of ice, that's what they saw. But we even had some freezing rain reports on this Monday, mainly in North Georgia. All of these pink icons that you see are going to be freezing rain reports. Here's one south of I-20 in Rockville for 1/10 of an inch of ice. Blue Ridge had a little bit of freezing rain as well. Some ice here and there, but you get the idea that temperatures were right around freezing. And even though the air is drying out, there was just enough moisture to still produce a little bit in the way of some freezing rain today in central and northern Georgia. Temperatures are falling through the plains, and obviously now you got a big time snowpack, right? So this is really going to allow that colder air to filter in. Wind gusts through the Great Lakes, the Midwest, the Southern Plains, 30, 40 miles an hour, all out of the north. You factor that in, and again, wind chill values, even in the afternoon hours, are well below zero in a couple of spots and struggling to stay just above zero in Oklahoma City. We are seeing still a very quiet pattern in the west, but the next storm system will be moving into the Pacific Northwest, which will have some impacts. I'm going to highlight that for you guys coming up here in just a second. So looking at the advisories that are currently into play, our pinks are going to be our winter storm warnings, which are still in effect for upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. And again, snowfall totals here in some spots of 10 to 20 inches. Then all of this blue, these are going to be extreme cold warnings. Places like Pittsburgh, the feels like temperature tomorrow morning, the wind chill, expected to be 23 degrees below zero. For the Cleveland, Ohio area, wind chill values of 20 to 25 degrees below zero. Let's look at Louisville. How about a feels like temperature there of 20 degrees below zero? That's about the same for the Memphis, Tennessee area as well. On over towards Little Rock, Arkansas, your wind chill values tomorrow 20 below zero. Heck, even down in the panhandle of Florida, Tallahassee's wind chill below 20 degrees. It's not below zero, but this is cold with some freeze warnings for the north central sides of Florida, and your extreme cold warnings go all the way into Texas. Dallas Fort Worth is going to have a feels like temperature tomorrow of about 5 degrees below zero. Please make sure that you're bundled up for that kind of cold that we expect to see. Let's talk about if there's any more snow that's left over for the next couple of days. This is going to be our GFS model. The good news is, once this fully loads up, it's going to be pulling the entire storm system quickly offshore. Drier Arctic air is coming in behind that. Bitterly cold, but at least no additional ice or snow is expected. I do expect a few storms to develop in the western side of the Gulf that could string up towards Corpus Christi, Houston, and New Orleans, Louisiana. And then I'll be monitoring the next more significant storm system coming into the Pacific Northwest. This is going to start off as some rain for the I-5 corridor, but turn into some potentially heavier snow for the Cascades later in the week. But most of the United States is likely to stay dry. The only additional general snowfall here is going to be some lake effect in the next 36 hours, mainly again right along the eastern sides of the lakes. I'm not expecting there to be a lot of significant snow overall. And then taking a look at the temperature outlook in the next 6 to 10 days, through the end of January and into early February, the deep south, the southern third of the United States, is expected to stay very cold. We're still expecting warmer temperatures than average to our west, and temperatures staying below average as well into the northeast. But there'll be some moderations of temperatures, but not anytime soon, with temperatures right now in the teens and 20s and feels like temperatures well below zero east of the Mississippi. Friends, I'm out of time. I appreciate you making Weather Express a part of your daily routine. Let me know in the comments section below where you're viewing from. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Have a great rest of your day. I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.